Hi, students. Hope you're staying safe and healthy over this social distancing extended break. Just wanted to go over the Harrison Bergeron assignments for Thursday, March 19th and Friday, March 20th. If you go to the agenda for the 19th or the 20th, for the English side, you'll notice that we're still working on theme for the learning goal. The second learning goal is related to the discussion boards. It's thoughtfully responding to peers' perspectives, summarizing points of agreement and disagreement, basically responding to each other's ideas and evidence pulled from the short stories, and um, being academic and respectful, and possibly changing your mind based on what someone else has shared. Follow me on YouTube for updates and videos, screencasts like this one. I've given feedback on almost everyone's theme quiz and theme review. The people that still need to retake those were either absent or were not paying close attention during class. A lot of the things that I went over in class and told you all to write notes about on the packet for poetry, um, it was evident that some people didn't really take notes that day, and their grades reflected that. So please read the feedback. Let me know if you have any questions. I may make a video about theme to help support those of you that are still struggling with that. By Thursday night at 11:59 p.m., I've changed the due date because I heard that some of you have responsibilities throughout the day, like watching younger siblings or cousins or other family members. So I have changed the due dates. I'm going to link this video that I'm creating right now, right here. Then you are going to read Harrison Bergeron. It is a short story by Kurt Vonnegut. Um, it was written in or published in 1961. If you click on this assignment, it will take you here, and you have quite a few resources to help you out before you take the reading quiz. It's loading, so just give it a second. There it is. Okay, so the PDF is right here. The summary of the PDF is here. Okay, so if you need reading accommodations or would like a summary once you've read the original text, there's a summary right here. So this, you can click here and it pulls out a new tab, which is kind of nice, right? Because you can read and start the assessment at the same time if you'd like. By starting here, you get one attempt. There are multiple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 multiple choice, 1 open-ended question. Okay, you have to use 1 piece of textual evidence for that open-ended question, just like the discussion boards. There is a common lit read aloud if you would like the text to be read to you by a decent sounding voice. You can go to common lit. You need to sign up and join my class. You click login. Okay, so you have to join the class that I created. The codes are on the Google Slides. The codes are actually right here. Just taking a minute. Computer's being a little slow. Anyway, the codes are on the Google Slides with the calendar and everything right here. Okay, Humanities Code 1, Humanities Code 2. I don't want you actually taking the quiz on here, but you can use the read aloud function, and here's what it sounds like. It's nice. You click on read aloud, and you click here, and you click that little icon, and it will talk for you. You're not going to hear it right now because the screencast can only record my voice. It can't record.
The year was 2081, and everybody was finally equal. They weren't only equal before God and the law. They were equal every which way. Nobody was smarter than anybody else.
Okay, so it looks like it works fairly well. Um, so check it out. It also has guiding questions to take you through the text. These guiding questions require correct answers, but they tell you whether you got it right or wrong. And you can keep selecting until you get it right. If you click on these words, on these footnotes, it tells you the meaning of challenging vocab words, which is nice. And it can take you to questions to help you understand. These questions are not required. The read aloud is not required. It's just here to help support you. You can just read the PDF here. Okay, I downloaded the PDF. It has the same information. It just doesn't do the read aloud and it doesn't have the interactive reading. Okay, so that's Common Lit. Now, there's also my slides to help you understand the story a little bit. So I added these to my edition. And what I wanted to let you know is that Harrison Bergeron is a science fiction satire. It's a short story. And a satire is a genre of fiction or nonfiction that uses irony and hyperbole or exaggeration to humorously criticize society or individuals. Um, and um, Come on. Vonnegut's story is set in the year 2081, a year when three amendments to the Constitution, the 211th, 12th, and 13th, have made everyone equal in every way. And equality is enforced by the government's Handicapper General, or HG. The story begins in April. Now, this story is written in 61, so they are going to use the words handicap and handicapper. I know today those have negative connotations. And this story, just to give you a quick trigger warning, does have a surprise, kind of violent ending. But remember, it's a satire, so it's supposed to be read um, with a sort of a lightheartedness, even though some of its themes are kind of heavy. What I mean by lightheartedness is it's supposed to be kind of funny. So read it in that way. Now, it connects to the Cold War because of the fear of communism and socialism. It also connects back to Animal Farm and the false sense of equality the pigs forced on the other animals. In the short story, everyone is forced to be equal in terms of ability and opportunity to succeed. And they use technology in sort of dystopian ways. So if you are above average intelligence, they'll put a chip on your brain, in your brain, to make you average. If you are really athletic, they'll put weights on you to slow you down and not let you jump as high. If you are not naturally athletic or coordinated, they also enhance you to make you basically equal to everyone else. So what this creates is ubiquitous mediocrity or society-wide ordinariness. It makes life boring for the people in this story because the technology forces everyone to be equal. It also connects to the Enlightenment ideal of equality that created a tension in society. And here's the question I want you to think about. If everyone has or should have equal rights, why isn't everyone equal in terms of ability and opportunity to succeed? If our society, take for instance the US society, really believes in equality, why doesn't everyone have access to the same goods? Think about the theme statement the story suggests in the way it humorously mocks or makes fun of this boring society-wide ordinariness created in the imagined future in which technology forces everyone to be equal. So, as you read, I want you to notice the irony throughout and notice how kind of funny it is, right? It's really subtle. You got to read it a little slowly, right? And you can ask me questions, email me questions if you don't get anything, right? Um, You got George and Hazel here. Hazel had a perfectly average intelligence, which meant she couldn't think about anything except in short bursts. That means the technology is forcing her to have a short attention span. And George, while his intelligence was way above normal, had a little mental handicap radio in his ear. He was required by law to wear it at all times. It was tuned to a government transmitter. Every 20 seconds or so, the transmitter would send out some sharp noise to keep people like George from taking unfair advantage of their brains. Isn't that interesting? So, read about George and Hazel and read about their son. All right. It's a really interesting. It's got a great plot twist at the end. Um, not quite plot twist, but shocking ending. So be prepared. And after you're done reading, you're going to take the quiz, and you can go back to the agenda. And on the next day, at least by Friday, you're going to have a discussion board. I've grouped you into groups of 3 or 4, and here's what you're going to do on the discussion board. Just waiting for it to open. There it is. You're going to respond to one of the following in complete sentences. These are the 4 questions. You're going to pick one. I want you to use RAD, restate, answer, details. Respond with complete sentences. Then you're going to respond to one peer in your thread of 4. Be academic and kind. Don't just say I agree or disagree. See examples on the rubric. And the rubric is right here. In order to get full credit, you have to choose one of the questions that we've listed. Okay, a minimum of 150 words, at least one piece of textual evidence to support your answer. So, in the story, people are reluctant to join Harrison and take off their handicaps. Why do you think this is? Okay, you need to find evidence to show why you think people are reluctant to do this. You need to pick a quote, right? So you're going to copy and paste your question into the response, right? And then respond. Here's the rubric. Grammar does matter. Please capitalize proper nouns. Explain your reasoning for your opinion. We're just requiring one quote for this time, and you have to address the question completely. That means restate, answer, details, and if it's a 2-part question, answer both parts. All right. Today, this week, we're just doing one discussion per day. But we may do 2 in the future. Okay? So if you disagree or agree with someone, you need to explain why. If you don't understand someone's response, you need to ask them a question or explain. I really will read these, and I want you going back and forth and being thoughtful and really taking other people's ideas seriously. This short story should actually spark some debate because it does focus on the role of society in helping people succeed and helping ensure that everyone has equal rights. And I'm sure we all have our own thoughts about those topics. So let's be mature and respectful and kind and understand that we all have different perspectives of life and that we all want to be heard and share our ideas. Let me know if you have any questions or if the discussion board isn't quite working for you. I think I set it up correctly with groups of 4 for Humanities 1 and 2, but let me know. And use Common Lit for the read aloud, read the PDF, use the summary if you like. Good luck on the quiz, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Stay safe and be smart. Talk to you later. Bye.